Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. Today, two teams get set to square off in an inter-conference battle in the AAC. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Temple Owls, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Now on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Touch pass on the run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the right. And that pass is intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. With the catch, it's right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Washington. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Temple lines up quickly.
Defense has to do a better job affecting the quarterback, guys, on money downs. 3rd down, you've got to be able to affect him, and the pass pro that time was just way too good.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The back goes in motion. Smith takes the handoff. Hard running there. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. They're going to go right back to him on first down. How many guys are left grabbing for air as he gets it to the 26-yard line? Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Dropping back, it's Simon. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He's got it on the run. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. He wants to throw it. He's got it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running back goes in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd down, going up top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
At the 45 on his way. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense break.
When he breaks into the open, he's at the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Temple! Number 19. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. UAB was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Birmingham. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. Lost the defense, he's wide open.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught over the middle. It's Fleming. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Guys, it's Temple with the lead here at the end of the quarter. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You can see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hughes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Caught behind the line. It's Hughes. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
The short hands, it's Brown. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love quarterbacks that have soft focus around them and hard focus down the field. That was an excellent pass rush by the defense, but the quarterback never got flustered. He just used his God-given talent. He was able to escape and then got his focus right back downfield to find an open wide.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done now.
And they're able to make the tackle.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back they're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Green Wave! And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's right. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Temple lines up quickly. The give on the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually...
He's off to the races. Inside the 30. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Looking left. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Owls. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Brought down at the 31-yard line.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. He leaves it with his back. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Fleming. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And
what a snag by the defense. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country, and you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
when you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
To throw, it's Simon. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quarterback has to protect himself. Gets down with the slide. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So now on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Marshall. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to throw here on second down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left.
That makes the score.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's loose. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Owls. And the beatdown has ensued. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Fair catch, called for and made. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Tulane right back to the line.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Going up top on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can do.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
He's going to let it go. Brings it down on the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They get him down after he makes the catch. Tulane right back to the line. The run from the shotgun. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Fires to the middle. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. And the Owls are rolling down the field. Looking to throw, it's Simon. Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Owls! And the pummeling has started. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is having its way offensively, just marching up and down that field at a breathtaking pace. They're up 14 over Marshall. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Shotgun snap on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's Williams. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
I know the offense didn't make a huge play, but he does a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, buying a little bit of time, picking up some positive yards, trying to stay in positive situations and not take those negative plays. So live to fight another day.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
They executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had block.
Snags it, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tulane.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse? And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Gain of 1. Third down coming.
Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free.
Let's go!
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Field goal is good. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Simon. A little release to the back. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Jones. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed.
Touchdown, Owls! And the punishment has been extended. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the right. It's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He'll take a deep shot here. And he grabs it at the 15. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Snap in the shotgun. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Back to the air one more time. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Green Wave! The AT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. The give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Give to the running back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches.
38. Brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Try to get it on the ground. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And another interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They want that clock to run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Hughes. They get him down after he makes the catch. Tulane right back to the line. He's going to pass on second down. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Fleming. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing the ball.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Comes out throwing on first down. Unleashes one deep. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Simon. Unloads it downfield. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll throw it on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve.